Hi everyone. Here's a nice practice that you can do at the beginning of your practice, anytime you are um, feeling like your energy's up all over the place. And we are just going to do some brushing. So let's start by bring your fingers to our heads and just do some scalp rubbing right down the center from the front to the back. We'll do 3 times in that center line, front to back, scrubbing like as if you were getting a really good hair wash at the hairdressing salon. And then on the sides, scrubbing. And we're essentially taking that energy that gets stuck in our heads and we're starting to bring it down. So sides of the heads, front to back. With the intention that we're draining this head energy. Good, and now we're going to come to the back of our neck. You can put your hand like this. We're just going to scrub along that occipital ridge. And I like to get right underneath there and then go down a little bit. I'm doing the other side right underneath the occipital ridge and down, and continuing bringing that energy from the head down the body. Good. Now we're going to brush, and I'm grabbing the energy from back here, back in my shoulder, and I'm just brushing off the outside of my arm. Good, and actually, let's do the inside too. So from the chest down the inside of the arm, and you can do one sweep, but I kind of enjoy the sensation of doing several brushes. It's like I'm gathering up all the energy. Other side from that shoulder, and you can brush up here before you start, and then down the outside of the arm. And then from the chest down the inside, down the yin channels. Let's brush off the chest, down the torso, and the pelvis, down in this hip area, and then down the front of the legs and off the top of the feet. So let's do that a few times. Brushing the chest, down the belly, down into the hips. I'm going to get the sides of the hips too when I do the front and the back because it just feels so good. Brush down the front of the legs and off the feet. One more time. Brushing off excess energy, anxious energy. We're also helping our energy make its way down to our feet. So we're coming back to the back, and I'm just going to brush down the neck a little bit to remember that connection. And coming all the way up, as high up as you can, and we'll just bridge that space gap with our energy. And you're connecting to the energy from the neck, brushing down the low back. I kind of like to brush out here. And then we're going down the back of the legs and the sides of the legs. And off the pinky toe. So coming all the way up, grabbing that energy from the neck. Spending a little time on the low back, brushing, getting those hips again, down the backs of the legs and the sides of the legs, and off the pinky toe. And one more time. Grabbing from the top down to the low back, getting into those hip spaces, down the backs of the legs, and the sides of the legs. And this may just feel so delightful to you. I know it feels delightful to me that you can stick with it and keep brushing if you want to. But we've brushed off the side of our feet, and let's just take a moment to come into Wu-Ji. And just notice how your energy feels. And bring your awareness to any spots that you feel like are flowing. Maybe feel clear and alive and awake and open. And then any spots that are feeling less so, that are not flowing as much. And maybe you come back to that spot. Mine is my leg right here. Maybe you come back to that spot and do a little more brushing. And then come back and notice that area that you just brushed. And see if you can feel a little more awakeness there, a little more flow. And I encourage you to come back to this practice anytime you want. It is a great way to bring energy from the head all the way down to our feet. It's also a great way to release and let go of areas where energy has gotten stuck and to increase the flow within our whole body. So enjoy.